Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel once again, or welcome to my channel and welcome to this video. Today we're going to be looking at the ECM-B10 mic again. This is part 2 of the series. I did the first one prior to this video. Today we are going to be looking at comparing the digital as well as the analog signal on my A7 IV. So once again, we're going to be testing digital versus analog today. So let's get to it. Firstly, I've got the dead cat, or the wind muff. I've got it on because I am outside and I'm also close to the train tracks here right behind me. So yeah, just wanted to see how the mic copes in this situation. And the mic is about arm's length away from me. So firstly, this is in super directional mode and I've got no filters on. This is on super directional mode and on digital mode. Now this is super directional on analog mode. This is super directional on analog mode. This is with the noise cancellation filter on digital mode. This is with the noise cancellation filter on digital mode. Now this is with noise cancellation on analog mode. This is with noise cancellation on analog mode. This is the digital mode on low cut filter. I'm not sure if you can hear lots of birds around me. This is low cut filter on digital mode. I'm not sure if you can hear birds around me making lots of noise. Now this is on analog. I don't know if you heard that train or if you can hear it, it's pretty noisy. This is on low cut filter on analog mode. This is, with low cut filter on analog mode. Now these are all super directional at the moment. I'm testing only super directional. Okay, so this is the cardioid mode where it's meant to record about 180 degrees and one I use quite a lot for the events I shoot. So this is on digital mode with no filters on. I'm just gonna go to the side, see if you can hear me. Now I'm on the side of the camera, see if you can hear me. You're on the cardioid mode. And now I am behind the camera. I'm not sure if you can hear me. I am behind the camera on digital mode. Okay, so we've switched to analog mode. Again, no filters on the cardioid mode. I'm just gonna walk to the side. This is me on the side of the camera. Not sure if you can hear me. And now this is me. I am behind the camera. Okay, here we have the cardioid mode with noise cancellation on. This is with noise cancellation on. I don't know if you can hear, like there's a lot of random noises around me. And I've also got lots of birds chirping and crowing and making all sorts of noise. So this is on the noise cancellation mode. I'm gonna go to the side. Again, still on the noise cancellation mode. I'm on the side of the camera. And now I am behind the camera. This is me behind the camera. So this is me on cardioid mode with noise cancellation on analog mode. So we are on analog mode and I'm just going to walk to the side. This is me on the side of the camera on analog mode. Not sure if you can hear me. And this is me behind the camera on analog mode. This is me behind the camera. Now this is with the low filter on. This is with the low filter on digital mode on the cardioid setup. Not sure if you can hear, there's a lot of rumbling noises. Not sure if it's cutting that out because of the cars, buses and things. Let me go to the side now. I am on the side of the camera. Not sure if you can hear me. Now I am behind the camera. Not sure if you can hear me, but you can probably hear lots of birds chirping away. Okay, now switching to analog mode. Not sure if you can hear me. We are back on the analog mode now. Let me go to the side. We are on analog mode with the low cut filter on. This is me on the side of the camera. Now this is me behind the camera on analog mode. Okay, so now we are on the omnidirectional mode. This is digital. You're probably gonna hear that train. There's a train coming. That is pretty loud. I don't know if you can hear me right now, and we've got birds all going at it. So this is the omnidirectional mode on digital with no filter. I'm just gonna walk around the camera. So this is me walking around the camera. You might also hear birds and all other different types of noises. So this is me, and I've just come back to where I started from. Now this is omnidirectional on analog mode. This is omnidirectional on analog mode. There's no filters. So I'm gonna walk around the camera once again. So this is me walking around the camera. You're probably hearing all sorts of noises once again. This is me walking around the camera, and I'm almost dizzy now. So I'm back to where I started. So omnidirectional with noise cancellation on and on digital mode. So I am on digital mode on omnidirectional. So I'm gonna walk around once again. Don't know how much that noise cancellation's gonna work, or if it's gonna help with the noise. It's fairly noisy, but I'm presuming I would be, or I know that I will be in noisier environments when I'm using this in the future. Okay, here we have the analog mode. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna walk around. Hopefully I won't get too dizzy. So this is me walking around the camera on analog mode. There is a train passing by. And yes, there is a train passing by. So this is the noise cancellation mode. So I don't know if it worked, if you heard me, or it was able to cancel the noise from the train, but we'll find out. Okay, so I've got the low cut filter on now. So I'm gonna walk around the camera as we're in omnidirectional. This is digital. So this is me walking around the camera. Not sure how well it's getting rid of low noises. There's not a whole lot of low noises here, but you should be able to hear a difference. Okay, so we are on with the low cut filter. Okay, so there's a train passing by once again. We are on low cut filter on digital signal. Let's see if it works. I'm just gonna walk around the camera. I'm not sure if that train's causing too much noise or if you are hearing me. This is me walking around the camera on omnidirectional, but with the low cut filter on the digital signal. Okay, now on the analog signal, omnidirectional once again with low cut filter on. Again, I'm gonna walk around the camera. This is me walking around the camera. I'm not sure if you can hear me well. You can probably hear all the birds and everything else chirping. So this is the omnidirectional mode. Okay, so I have switched to super directional with noise cancellation on because it's getting very noisy. There's a lot of cars and buses moving around. There's trains, there's birds, there's construction trucks and everything going around. Not sure how well you can hear me. So for the last test, I'm gonna compare this manual mode to auto. So I'm gonna leave the mic on auto and see how well Sony picks up sounds, or how well it's able to balance sounds. So now we are on the auto mode. So I'm letting the mic and the AI decide how they will adjust my levels. So this is on the auto mode. So now we are on the manual mode once again. Have a listen and see which one you think you'd prefer. I generally like to always have it on manual because I like to know my levels and I like to be able to adjust the levels as I want them. So I generally prefer manual, but if you're in a vlogging situation or if you don't want all that hassle, then you can just leave it on auto. So hopefully all the noise around me isn't too distracting today and you've been able to tell the difference between auto and manual on this Sony ECM-B10 mic. I tend to use Cardioid and I tend to use Cardioid and Omnidirectional a lot because I shoot a lot of events and a lot of times I'm required to capture sounds not just from in front of the camera but possibly from the sides and behind as well. But if you're in a vlogging situation, or as I'm doing, if you're talking to the camera, talking head video, then super directional like what I have it on right now with noise cancellation on is possibly the best option. I don't know if you've heard much of the construction that's going on behind the camera. Now, one thing you do want to keep an eye on is when you actually put the mic on the camera, it does seem a little bit tight. It's not just on my A7 IV, but I've had this with my A7 III as well as on the A6400. It is a little bit tight, so you have to be careful when you're putting the mic on the camera. Make sure you don't snap it because I'm a little bit worried. Although it doesn't look like it will snap, I would still be careful. One thing to note is that I did try this mic on my Sony ZV-1 or ZV-1 or whatever you want to call it, ZV-1 I call it. And this mic actually does not work on the Sony ZV-1, even on the analog mode. I believe there's a smaller mic that Sony has released. I just can't remember what it's called. There is a smaller or tinier mic that goes on here that's specifically made for the Sony ZV-1, ZV-1, whatever you want to call it. Once again, thank you for watching the video today. Hopefully this video has been useful for you and helps you decide whether you want to get this mic or not. Now, I find it very useful because I shoot a lot of events and this mic has everything that I need. On top of that, there's a bonus of not requiring batteries, as well as having to not connect any cables to the side of the camera. So yeah, like I said, if you think this mic is going to be useful for you, although it is a little bit pricey for some people, then why not? I think it's worth investing in this, and I would definitely recommend for any Sony users. Once again, thank you for watching my video, and it's getting pretty sunny, so I'm going to get out of here. Thank you.